So step 2 of our short back and sides is to cut the top. Now again, this video is designed for people that have never cut hair before, so I'm going to teach you the most simple way of cutting the top, and we're going to use the scissors. First thing you need to know is how to hold the scissors. So most people, if you've never cut hair before, will hold the scissors like that, but what you'll find is it's very wobbly and you won't have a lot of control. So the best way to hold the scissors so that you have maximum control is to put your ring finger through the hole there. You may or may not have scissors with a finger rest. If you don't worry. So your ring finger, and then these two fingers can rest on the top, and that will give you a lot more of a sturdy grip on your scissors. So that's the correct way to hold the scissors. The other thing which is going to be awkward if you've never cut hair before is, so you want to start with the scissors and your comb in your right hand. As you cut hair, you need to pass the comb into your left hand like that, and you cut. It might look simple, but if you've never done that before, it's surprisingly difficult. So again, you can have a little practice. So take the hair straight up and then pass the comb into your left hand. Then we're going to cut, and we pick up the next piece of hair, pass the comb into your other hand. So first thing we need to do is wet the hair. So let's do that. You don't want it soaking wet, you just want it damp. You may or may not have a water spray. If you don't, not to worry, because you can just use a cup of water and dip the comb in it, and that will do the same job. So we just want the hair just slightly damp, because it will make it a lot easier to cut the top. Just makes the hair easier to grip and easier to see what you've cut. Okay, so we're going to start at the front. Now you want to pick up the fringe. You don't want to put it straight out towards you. You want to pull that straight up in the air. So pull that straight up. Choose how much you want to cut off. If in doubt, err on the side of caution and only take off a little bit, because you can always go back over it and take off more. So let's take off an inch, passing the comb to your left hand. So as you cut, don't let go of the hair. Get the comb back in your right hand and pick up the hair further back. It's a bit of muscle memory, but you will see there the hair that you've already cut, and that's what you want to look for. But again, it is a little bit of muscle memory, just remembering the length that you're cutting. Again, if in doubt, err on the side of caution and don't take too much off. So we cut that again. Don't let go of the hair. With the comb, scoop up the bit of hair that's behind that. You will see the hairs that you've just cut. I'm going to go through this middle section first, following that process. Once we've done that, we're going to do exactly the same thing on the side here. So pick it up, go straight up, take the hair behind what you've just cut, take the hair behind what you've just cut, and then we're going to follow that process. Now as we do the side, you will find that you can start to see here the hair that you've clippered, and we can start to join that up. So when cutting the top, you want to follow the contours of the head. So the head is quite round, so if you're on the top, you're going to take that straight up. If you're on the corner here, you're going to take that hair straight up out of the head. But if you're on the side, you're going to come out at that angle. So you're following the contours of the hair. So since we're on the side, we're coming out at this angle here. And you should be able to blend that in as much as you can by taking off the hair there. So we've done this side of the head, now we're going to do exactly the same thing on this side. So we're going to pull that hair straight up. We can see the piece of hair that we've cut here, and we're just going to follow that along. Don't let go of the hair, hold on to that, scoop up the next piece of hair behind. We can see here where we've cut, and we're just going to follow that line across. Now as we get further down the head this side, again we can start to blend that in. And again here we can see where we've clippered, and then we can join that, blend that into the top. If you find that when you've cut the top you want it a bit shorter, you can just go back over it and take a little bit more off. When doing the fringe, you want to comb that straight down. Now one option is to cut it straight across, but you'll find that will be very, very blunt line and it won't look particularly good. So what you want to try and do is pick up the hair, get all of the fringe in the comb, and we're going to use the tips of the scissors, and we're just going to point cut. So just select how much you want to take off and use the tip of the scissors to take off the hair like that. Comb it down, see what you've done, and then we can follow that principle along the fringe. So pick up the fringe, select how much you want to take off, use the tips of the scissors, again it's always good to err on the side of caution, so don't take off too much, just take off a little bit, and you can always go back over it and take off a little bit more. Let me do this side.